All righty, we are in the home stretch and we wanted to kind of end the day here looking ahead at what Medic might do in the next 10 years. Um, so we're hoping again to have a little bit of audience participation since we are a collaborative. If you can get out your phones and scan the QR code, these should be anonymous answers, but we would love to hear your thoughts about what you enjoy most about Medic. And as you submit your answers, they're going to just pop up on the screen so we can all see them and learn. Food, the people, yes, that's probably my favorite part too. The swag shop. Love it. I'm seeing a lot of community collaboration, people. We might have to bring back Name That Tune for future iterations of collaborative wide fun. Radiation reduction, that one's close to my heart. These are all great. Awesome. All right, keep your phones out. We got a couple more of these. What do you hope Medic accomplishes in the next 10 years? You can dream big here. Wow, you are dreaming big. Fixed boarding / world domination. I'm not sure which one is more likely. Sepsis, drop PE, oh, expanding to all hospitals in Michigan. That would be amazing. Rides home. More pay, more cookies. Yes, that's a model we can all get behind. Seeing a lot of boarding. All right. Awesome. We're going to keep going. So specifically related to pediatric quality improvement, what opportunity or clinical problem do you think we should tackle next in the realm of pediatric emergency medicine? Malnutrition, abdominal pain, chest pain, sepsis. Oh, child protection for edibles. Appendicitis CT imaging, that gets my vote. Vaccine hesitancy, mental health. Lots of great ideas. And we are taking notes, guys. So these are all really good suggestions. Vitals, car seats, again, mental health, social determinants of health. Someone's going crazy on mental health. CT for kidney stones, abdominal complaints. Yes, all great ideas. Lots of work we can continue to pursue here in the next decade. Along the same lines, what adult opportunities or clinical problems do you think we should turn our attention to in the coming years? Stroke, that's definitely coming. Burnout, alcohol risk reduction, mental health, substance use. Geriatric psych placement, boarding, diet, lots of substance abuse, mental health, cannabis education. All good ideas. Okay, get out your mental atlas. What Michigan city should we visit that we haven't yet for a future collaborative wide meeting? Munising, Petoskey, Muskegon, Sault Ste. Marie, Holland, Mackinac. Oh, Mackinac would be amazing. That would be a really fun collaborative. Ludington, Coldwater, Kalamazoo. I'm not seeing Escanaba anywhere. Bay City, St. Joseph, Petoskey again. We have certainly an abundance of beautiful places to choose from. Detroit, absolutely. All right. And then, should Medic develop a quality initiative focused on boarding? Many of you already suggested it. Your choices are yes, because no one else is doing anything about it, or no, crazy, that's impossible to fix. I'm going to give this one a minute because I'm honestly curious. See what people think. There seems to be a decent appetite for this, so start brainstorming. All right. And then lastly, any thoughts or opinions about someone who might be a great speaker for a future Medic collaborative wide meeting? Adam Sandler, that would be fun. Oh, yeah. Dr. Glockenfleckum. All right. Oh, the pit doctor. Excellent. All right, we'll take some notes here. No promises, but Keith Coker. Okay. Speaking of the man, we're going to bring him up to close us out here with a little more look into the future.
Oh, great. That was one of those like serious, not serious because they're actually taking notes on things like we might end up doing. Okay, so this will be brief. You know, long day, um, beautiful out, so we'll get you out on time. There's just like a few things that I thought it'd be worth kind of pointing to the future about. So I'll just kind of briefly cover these things. These are topics we've talked about before, but just want to kind of emphasize things that are coming down the pike, in addition to the things that we are already working on. Of course, the first thing that we've already been talking about quite a bit is stroke. Andy really covered a lot of some of those details. It's not something that's been exactly front and center for all of you, although locally, you're probably heavily involved in stroke quality improvement. But we've been doing a lot of work in the background within the coordinating center around how to build infrastructure around this. What's our data collection source? What are our partnerships? You heard already a little bit about that from Andy. Um, the point is that this will become more and more prominent within our meetings, probably even starting in the fall, and something that we're very intentionally and carefully building out to be supplemental, augment your work, not complicate your work. The other thing is growing membership. It still kind of sticks in my craw that like we lost DMC and we lost Beaumont and Hurley. Um, but I think really over the next couple of years, we're going to be very actively bringing them back on board, as well as probably a few more hospitals out there that make sense. My kind of sense of the state of Michigan is we probably have another maybe kind of 20 to 30 hospitals that kind of fit the profile of what we're looking for, although we're totally open for anybody that may be interested, and very intentionally kind of growing the network. So we're going to be in the range of 90 to 100 hospitals, I think, within the next 2 to 3 years. And then finally, we talked a little bit about this actually at the February meeting, the virtual meeting that we had. Um, Medic, along with another CQI, have been giving some pilot funds from Blue Cross to really explore the opportunity to use AI, or really what we should be saying is large language models, to support the quality improvement work that we do. Um, I think a good example of this in our work is, for example, we pull out of the chest CT radiology reports whether or not that study diagnosed an acute pulmonary embolism. Seems straightforward. It's, if you were to talk to an abstractor, it really isn't, because there's surprisingly a lot of gray in some of those reports. There's a lot of hedging at times from radiologists. But nevertheless, if we could create a large language model that can pull out automatically, this free text data into structured data, we would free up time for abstractors to do more QI work, or focus their energies on other things that are more challenging to remove or retrieve from a record. And so we're going to be actively exploring sort of how to do this in sort of rigorous ways. And there are a lot of challenges, because even if you can get like a large language model to work at, say, University of Michigan, it's another thing to partner with another hospital or health system to replicate, say, that same model somewhere else. There's a lot of kind of decision nodes potentially around this. There's also a lot of considerations around the compliance. To what extent, like, our data use agreements to allow for us to be doing this work. So there's all these things that we want to work through, not just to benefit us, but to be honest, so it can be disseminated to sort of the portfolio of CQIs. So just a few things. I've got just a couple nuts and bolts, and then we'll kind of wrap up here. As Courtney said in the beginning, don't forget to claim your CME. These are not our rules. This is like University of Michigan rules. You got 7 days to claim CME credit. So just make sure you do that. And I think the key here is just to remember that, like, activity code. And don't worry, we'll send you slides here, and so you don't have to like write it all down at the moment. And then, as was already mentioned, the next collaborative meeting is in October, in person, in Grand Rapids. So just check and make sure that's on your calendars right now. And then just really, a final thank you. I talked about this a lot in the morning, but I just have a lot of gratitude for the trust that you put in us, the work that you do really on the behalf of your patients, that are in your charge, to do better by them, to improve the care collectively in emergency departments around the state. That's really what we're doing here. And then, really just a thanks to the team. You guys are awesome. There's a part of you, like, in all this work that we've been talking about the last 10 years. We just have the most amazing team to work with. So thanks to you all too.